Okay, so you get the stop, and eventually the ball gets to LeBron in the corner. He gives it to you, you make the drive, get a great look. It just rims out. Can you just kind of take us through that whole possession and your emotions when you see LeBron get up and tip it in?
I mean, first of all, when I got the rebound, he was on the court. He was asking for the ball, but I wasn't confident enough to make that pass. That 9 seconds to go. So then passed to AR, he passed to LeBron. And I just saw how much confidence he has in me, and I really appreciate that to give me that final ball. I think we got a great look. Didn't make it, but LeBron was there, luckily.
You're in good rhythm from three all night, but is it important to try and get downhill? Like when I don't know if it was Turner that was closing out, but for you to penetrate there, kind of draw the defense, is that a play that you typically make there instead of taking a step back or whatever?
Yeah, I think I'm just going back to myself a little bit, just driving the ball more. I know when I drive the ball, it's really hard to stop us. People are going to collapse on the paint, and I can do throwouts, or however you say it. So I think today I did a little bit more of that, so it was good for me and for us, I think.
Luka, where are you at in trying to find the best way for yourself, LeBron, and Austin to kind of complement one another? And like a game like tonight where you're hitting threes, but then when you go to the bench in the second, Austin picks it up, and then it's LeBron at the start of the fourth. Is that kind of the vision in some way where you guys can all sort of shoulder this in some degree together for stretches?
I think for me it's still a lot of work to do. Just trying to understand what the guys like, what those two guys want. AR and LeBron been playing with 3-4 years together, so they know each other a little bit more. So that's gonna take a little bit of time, but I gotta watch film and adapt me to that situation.
Dorian told us the other night in Orlando that he felt like this group, because you had so much early success, could maybe use some adversity, would actually benefit you in the long run. Just what was it like to go through today, getting back to a shoot round? You haven't really done that very often. Have a game plan in place, and then be able to escape with a win and kind of get some more wind back in your sails.
Yeah, I mean, we needed this one badly. Like I said before, that's a hot team right here. They won 5 in a row. They play fast, they play aggressive, so it was a really hard game. So that one just felt amazing. When I saw the shot go in, I was really relieved and happy.
Austin had the big second quarter tonight. He's kind of whatever role he's been in, even since you've been here, whether it's all three of you guys, you and him and LeBron, or even him by himself. He's had success. How impressive has it been for him, no matter his role, to still excel kind of nightly?
I mean, it's amazing for him. He never seen complain about what role he's playing, or his number one option, number two, or number three. He never complains, and just the way he sticks with it, it's amazing to see, and that's the guy you want on your team.
Rui hit those 2 big threes toward the end of the fourth. It was his first start since returning from injury. What kind of dynamic does he bring, not just to the group, but specifically to that starting lineup when he's in there?
I mean, great. He gives us another shooter. Trying to work on his layup, though. You got to use the other side. But yeah, it's been great to have him. Like I said, another guy that never complains, just works hard. He does whatever you tell him, and you need those guys on your team. And I'm really happy that he's back. Obviously, it's been hard because he got injured, and to come back and play like this, it's unbelievable.
Thanks, Luka.
Thank you.
Let's dial in and get focused, because it's time for Fish's focus. Coach, Fisher, here. What are you doing tonight?
We always talk about the main thing, and you're going to do whatever it takes in the course of a game to win. Is there some kind of poetic justice in a rebound, a put back? When you weren't scoring early, but you were on the glass, you're playing defense, and that being the difference.
Yeah, I mean, it's whatever it takes to help your teammates win, and for me, I can always do other things that still impact the game, even when I'm not scoring. That's the beauty of my game. I've always built that throughout my whole life. as far as being, three-dimensional, being able to get my guys involved, being able to rebound, defend, and then sprinkling a few points from here to there.
Thinking about that play specifically, if I recall, you get the ball in the corner, you see Luka at the top of the key, chance to drive. At what point and how do you kind of set yourself up to get in position for the rebound? Can you take us through kind of in slow-mo?
I was just reading, once I hit Luka and he got the driving angle, I was just trying to read the ball off the rim. You know, it kind of looked like it was a little short, but, you know, I know it had a chance to kind of, if it hit the front rim, maybe bounce in, but once it came out of there, I just wanted to try to tap it with enough time. So, you know, obviously you could see me probably looking over at the jumbotron just see if the replay was coming to see if I actually got it on time, and good play for us.
Just some irony in, you know, the amount of points and assists that you've had, but this team still kind of needs the defense, the rebounding, just given what the makeup is, and you know, that's kind of what you're doing.
Yeah, I mean, it's what's needed from our team. You know, the way our team is, our dynamic right now, that is needed. Obviously, I know I can score the ball, but, you know, until we start continuing to find our rhythm offensively, whatever the case may be, the defensive side is the most important for our ball club. In order for us to win, we got to defend. It starts with me, it starts with my voice, and, you know, being able, if we go small a lot, I have to help clean glass and keep guys, you know, in front of me and be an anchor on the defensive end. So, you know, that's what it calls for at this moment.
What is a game winner feel like still at this stage of your career? Like, what's the after effect of that ball going through the basket feel emotionally?
I really couldn't really have too much emotion because I was trying to see if I got the ball off in time, to be honest. You know, it's always tricky when that, you know, you kind of touch the ball, you kind of see the red light around the backboard, and you don't quite know if you got it on time. I thought I had it on time, but you never know. You know, sometimes, you know, it's always that split second, seeing if the tip of your fingers are on the ball or not. But after they showed the replay on it, it was definitely gratifying to know, especially you know, the way we've been playing, and to come in to know how they've been playing, you know, and to come in here and get a good win in a very you know, hostile environment. That's big time for our ball club.
Along those same lines, you preach never get too high, never get too low. You guys were in a position where you could have blown a 6-point lead in the final 2 minutes. Instead, you walk out of here with the win. What can this do for the group? This collective feeling, knowing that you guys had you around this morning, you know, implemented the game plan, all those things as you go down these last 10 games.
I mean, obviously we know we got to be better, especially in those last 2 minutes. You know, we felt like we had some momentum after those 2 big-time threes by Rui. You know, and we got to do a better job of defending, you know, not letting them score so fast in the shot clock. And then, you know, obviously Reese hit a big-time floater to put them up 1. So we got to do a better job of that. But it's about, you know, the game is never over. It's 0s on the clock, literally, tonight. And just keep your composure throughout all.
Brian, whenever something happens that's never happened before in your career, I try to find it for you. David and I were looking. You had never had a game where you played 3 quarters and hadn't made a shot. Mm-hmm. What was going on offensively in that stretch? Did you feel frustrated with that? And I guess how were you able to stay engaged in the other aspects?
Yeah, I mean, how many shot attempts did I have through 3? Yeah, it's a little weird too. So that's all right. So listen, the main thing is the main thing, and that's just trying to win the basketball game. So, you know, you don't really know if you're in a rhythm or not, or if you're out of rhythm with 6 shot attempts. So, you know, it's just about still what can I do to still affect the game. If the ball is going to come to me, you know, offensively, then I got to try to make some plays, and it did early in that 4th quarter. I was able to make some plays and help build us a lead.
You had a tip in.
Had 18 assists, 1 turnover tonight. Your former USA teammate. How have you seen his game grow throughout the years?
Throughout the years, you know, it's all about, you know, opportunity, confidence, and then your ability will take over from there. So, you know, obviously we've seen him young, you know, in Sacramento, and then, you know, he got the opportunity to come here and play